fucking god. My fucking mic is dead. Oh my god, you can't turn in sword mode. You literally can hold right out of a roll and your character will not turn at all. He will refuse to turn. You have to delay your swings like an extra half a second just so that the fucking thing will turn in the damn direction that you want it to. And people wonder why I give the shit axe so much shit. Because it's shit. That's coming from a person who made 8 of them because I want to like them, but there's so many things about it that just makes them infuriating to fucking use. You might as well just use it only in axe mode, because it's the only way you're gonna hit anything. When people tell me they do mostly sword-focused gameplay, I normally follow up by saying, so you do mostly no hitting them gameplay? Because you're not gonna be hitting them if you focus all on the sword. You're just not. Like this situation. You're not gonna be hitting them. So people who sit there and tell me that they do sword-only gameplay with the fucking switch axe is completely full of it. Because they're the type of person who carts 3 times in a row on an investigation and then wonders why they're carting 3 times in a row and then goes on the forums and complains that a boss is hard for all the wrong reasons of why it's hard. Because they're using a shitty switch axe, and the thing that they just need to have is the switch axe be balanced better. If they changed this fucking weapon just a tiny bit, it would be so much better. But you can't move. You have some of the worst mobility in the game that's not with a shield. You have incredibly shitty limb damage. You can't stun anything. You would think I would have made this boss flinch once by now, but nope, not with the shit axe. I haven't broken a single part of this boss yet. I haven't even damaged a part, let alone broken it. Like, seriously, how much fucking damage do I need to do for this weapon to stun a fucking enemy? This is really pissing me the fuck off. It really is. I have hit him for over 1,500 damage without a single stagger. Come on! What is this fucking bullshit game? No staggers still. None. You get no staggers. Not with this shitty ass weapon. When anyone asks me why the switch axe sucks, I'm gonna show them this clip of me struggling to fucking stun an Odogaron who has really easy to stun parts. Like, if I was using any other weapon, he would have a broken tail and claw right now. Uh-oh, I swapped to sword mode. Big mistake. Big mistake there, kiddo. You shouldn't ever use sword mode because it sucks. It needs to be sped up at least 2 times the speed it is currently for it to even be remotely considered good. This fucking game and its inconsistent bullshit with limb damage because of multiplayer and other nonsense. Oh, what's that? I finally broke apart after 5,000 damage. Not actually 5,000. It's actually more like 1,900 to 2,300. Now it's up around 2,600 to 3,000. I'm still bleeding, because this mechanic is dumb, that only one enemy in the entire fucking game does it. It's just like ice in this game. This game is the least developed Monster Hunter game since the PlayStation 2. It's honestly fucking pathetic. It's just like how the only reason streamer pods exist is for Diablos and no other reason. I like how in the description of it, it says monsters that are weak to sound, but that is never the case. No monster is weak to sound. None of the big monsters are weak to sound, and almost none of the small monsters are weak to sound. So it's a complete bullshit item for one purpose that people just accept as norm because that's Monster Hunter. It's just like how being impossibly slow with no mobility on your weapon is just considered a standard, even though other weapons are vastly different. Oh, what's that? You wanted to swap your weapon and do an attack animation? Nope, you didn't roll first, so you don't get to do that. He's just gonna stand still and slowly change the weapon because that's the most effective way to do it. And people again wonder why I hate the switch axe. Can't turn. Can't turn. Can't fucking turn. I do 2 attack animations which add up if they both crit to 1 swing from my blue rarity greatsword. 1 normal swing, and I can block and roll better with that weapon. Unbelievable, dude. Like, I sometimes don't even think that they think about this game anymore. They just make it for the sake of making it. And that half of the shit in it is just put in it for the sake of being in it. There's no reason. It's just like how they call them the 14 hunter weapons now, and act like medium bowgun and stuff like that didn't exist. Oh yeah, there used to be other hunter weapons, but we realized how pointless they were, so we removed them. So now there's only 14. I can't block, I can't roll good, I can't do anything worth doing with this weapon. I can't stun enemies, I can't attack enemies, I just get punished and hit every time I try to do it. Oh, what's that? I'm standing there flailing because I can't cancel out of any animations with this thing. Not that I would expect to be able to, you can't in any Monster Hunter game with any weapon. But you know what would make this weapon a lot more useful and a lot more cooler as a morphing weapon? Is if you could morph no matter what attack you were doing at any time. Like how the gun lance can shoot a shell at any point in its animations when you're doing it. To skip out on the actual melee attack if you know you're going to hit a weak spot where your weapon is going to bounce. Because that weapon is intelligently designed. I mean, not in the sense of it being a shield weapon and none of the attacks use the shield, but in the sense that someone actually thought about the fact that you would need to cancel certain animations because you want to do other ones. It's just like how this thing's strongest attack is locked behind a 3.5 second long animation that takes almost as long as just fully charging a greatsword attack. And it is actually slower than fully charging a greatsword attack if you have focus on your gear like I do. Then it is much slower. You can't even jump attack fast enough with this thing. I literally got hit out of the air by a monster because of how slow jumping attacking is with this. And people wonder, again, why I say that if you're having problems with Monster Hunter and the one weapon you're using is the switch axe, you should probably not use the switch axe. You'll probably find that just about every other weapon is just as effective without as much of a caveat as this thing has. Where you require 3 evasion extender gems to even be able to move out of the way of stuff when you're in the middle of combat. Or else your character will just do the little animation to the left or right. He's gotta go like, I can't move. I can't just do what I would do from a standstill. Like if I'm just standing still like this and I press roll to the right or left, I can't just do that. No, I have to go like this. So stupid. The stupid Japanese faggot who designed that. I'm bringing faggot back. Because now it's... No one cares if you're gay or not. People just care if you act like a fucking faggot. Just don't be a fucking faggot, dude. Don't make faggot decisions like this game developer. Easy. Problem solved. Don't be a faggot developer that puts snow items in a non-snow area just so you have items to make items for the area that make no fucking sense in the first place. Oh yeah, you're gonna find chill shrooms and snow herb in an area that's mostly lava and rock. because we didn't want to design a snow level for this game. And if we are, we're gonna save it for fucking an update where we force people to buy a second version of the same game. Oh, what's that? You didn't want to buy the Ryu, Shoryuken, and Hadouken gestures from us? You didn't want to pay $3 to make your character do an animation we've literally done 30,000 times in our company's history? Can't do anything with this weapon. At least with the greatsword, I have charged wide slash and leaping wide slash to get hits in when stuff is moving around all crazily. With this thing, you have fuck all but just getting hit in the fucking face as an enemy just trounces you, just makes everything that you do look like it has no purpose. He's weak and I can't kill him in this nest because this weapon doesn't give you enough openings. I just wanted to show this off, why I only use this weapon in multiplayer when there are other people, because of how shitty this weapon actually is. I got to kill him from sleep multiple times because of how shit this weapon is. Just keep swinging, you'll eventually run into it. Or I'll get run into by him. I need to be next to him to be aggressive, but I can't be next to him because the roll on this thing fucking sucks and gets you hit so much. I have evasion extender 2 on this setup, and it still gets you hit non-fucking stop. You will still get hit on every other animation that you do because you can't stop. At least with the greatsword, when you're doing something like this, you can be like, oh yeah, I want to stop now. Alright, I'm pressing and holding R1. I would have already had my weapon on my back and been sprinting by the time that my weapon took to go and get onto its fucking stupid back. Again, that's not me saying they need to change switch axes either. They just need to speed them up. That's all it needs, is just a tiny bit of an animation speed up. In its current state, it's so fucking slow. It's just so annoying to use late game. It really is. Everything just fucking runs all over you. This isn't even a good greatsword, but I'll go show you what this fucking thing is made of. Because watch, I can do this. and be running again. You can't do that with the fucking switch axe. This is 100 damage. Just doing that is 100 damage. Especially if I crit, then it's more than 100 damage. Sorry, I need to do this a couple times. Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to do it without even looking at the screen. I think I got it now. Oh my god, 3 of them jumped at me at the same time. Stop. No paralysis, please. I'm trying to clear out all these stupid gyros before I start doing charge attacks again. Oh god. How is there so many gyros? Seriously, I already killed like 7 of them. And the switch axe is supposed to be comparable to this thing. In what world? Oh yeah, it's a technical weapon. Yeah, it's technical because it's bad. That's the only reason it's a technical weapon. Because the greatsword is just as technical as the switch axe, if not more technical, because there's more to its different charge states than what most people know about it. This is why, even though I have the most kills from longswords on my guild card, this is why I say if I want to get something done, I use the greatsword. The only time that isn't the case is on Kieran, but that's because I just can't stand fighting Kieran with a melee weapon. It's not even that it's impossible, it's just annoying. You're going to be spending more time running around than you are actually attacking the boss. Sorry to start off this by just doing one thing and then going into an expedition. Oh, he's sleeping! I'm taking you home with me. Oh, hey! Perfect! Thanks for coming back, bud. Now I can show off why this is the more superior weapon. Look at that mobility, dude! Oh my god. I got pushed by something. I think it was the Gyros or whatever from the other side. See the little baby Gyros that's in there? He's dead now, but... Dang it, I didn't hit him. Dang it! Why do you have to use that attack? I should have just tackled. Dang it. This is with yellow sharpness, by the way. How long have I been bleeding for? Incoming me calling that a dumb mechanic, because why is that a mechanic? Dang it, I was hoping he wouldn't hit me. Oh my god! I swear sometimes when he does that, he clips into the wall. Yeah, whatever. Keep hitting me, you bullshit artist. Why is my character turning that way? It's not the fucking way I'm pressing. How did that bleed me again, dude? How? One thing is, why the fuck hasn't his claws broken? Regardless of what weapon I'm using. His claws should not still be intact right now. Is this expedition like glitched because it was initially multiplayer or some shit? time, you fuckboy! Seriously. Sometimes this game and its stupid context-based actions are so ass. Pressing my character up against a wall for a couple seconds, expecting him to fucking climb the goddamn wall. Nope. Because why would he do that? You gotta be fucking joking me. Why would he fucking climb the wall? Holy fuck, I remember when people bitched about when Neo controlled like this. At least even when Neo controlled like this, shit still was easier to aim, because unlike this game, Neo actually has tracking with the player. So you can actually turn your character mid-animation, and I'm not talking about like this, where you can turn your character while charging. I'm talking about turning your character while swinging, so I'm not just swinging in a straight line. Because that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's literally only like that because they had the game mechanics built like that. And they're too fucking lazy to actually build anything original anymore. It's why the Greatsword still has some of its old animations. They're just slightly tuned. Like these. How did that hit him? Are you fucking for real? That was just bullshit. I did everything right. My first 2 hits didn't hit. The follow-up shouldn't have hit. But no, not in Monster Hunter Land. In Monster Hunter Land, the bosses get to have more specific hitboxes than you do. Meanwhile, their attacks get to have much bigger and much more bullshit things than you do as well. It's like the game is designed for PvP, even when it's not a PvP game. There's no reason for the shit to be the way it is. It just is because it can be. Lazy ass fucking developer, middleware using piece of shit, used to make their own games and program their own mechanics and program their own physics into their games. Nope, not anymore. I'm turning very slowly. I was just doing that for jokes. Damn it, dude. This expedition is definitely glitched. I'm confirming it right now. I'm basically killing a multiplayer enemy in single player right now. There's no way that they'd have this amount of health and this amount of limb damage. Couldn't turn my guard. That's another really stupid thing. The fact you even have to turn your damn guard. Fucking dumbasses. The button shouldn't be to turn your guard. The button should be to lock your guard in place. Because that's a smarter fucking way of doing it. Fucking idiots. The worst part is it's like, people don't care about legit criticism. People care about bullshit criticism. It's like, I don't care. I know I suck at fucking video games. I know I'm not going to perfectly roll everything. I know I'm not going to block everything. But part of what makes it that way, and makes it so that there's such a small margin of people that can do it right, is because certain things in these games you have to be so fucking meticulous with. For no reason. It's just that way because it is that way. I don't think I ever noticed the fact that there were fish in there before. Not very good ones. Pink Parexis, a wet fish, a sushi fish, and then a bunch of bomb and burst arowana. I mean, I was still stunning him more and was still doing more limb damage with this thing, though, that's for sure. But that's because I was able to more consistently hit him with higher damage, so. Which is easier to do when you have mobility and you have attacks that are fast and work with your mobility. And I mean, no, that shit isn't fast by any means comparative to what other weapons can do, but this is. This is the best part about the Greatsword. It's just this being able to... You can do entire boss fights like that. You get critical draw, and get the stun power on your draw strikes. You can do entire boss fights like that. Just running up to the monster and doing this. And then rolling once to put your weapon away. You roll once because if you wait to try and do it, he does the pickup animation and you have to use the roll to cancel. Which is what I wish the switch axe had, but it doesn't because you don't get to roll like this. You don't get to have that much mobility with your weapon, even though you would think you would. But no, you get way more mobility with a giant greatsword. Which is basically just the axe form of the switch axe. They just, for whatever reason, stuffing their own fingers up their own ass, wanted to make it slightly different because it's a different weapon. Even though mobility shouldn't be the thing that you are making fucking different. Mobility should be the only thing that you are making consistent across all of your weapons. Just like damage. It's like heavy bowguns comparative to light bowguns in this game. The reason light bowguns are better is because you can deal more consistent damage without having to worry about your downtime as much. A heavy bowgun, you're spending half of your time with downtime once you're already halfway into the fight. Because if you end up fighting an enemy in an area for a prolonged period of time, you're gonna have to reload. And if you have to reload, that means you have to take 5 to 10 seconds to reload 3 to 4 different ammo types, because your character puts the gun on the ground, yanks the firing thing up, and then does that for each individual ammo type, unless you have reload assist. But then if you have all reload assist, you don't have a shield or close range or long range damage up, so you're dealing way less damage than you would otherwise. And that's with a heavy bowgun. With a light bowgun, the obvious choice is always either reload assist or close range damage up. You get the special ammo boost, and then the thing that reduces the cooldown of the ammo, and then there you go. There you go. Easy peasy. That's how I was farming Kushala the other day. I saw no reason to try and use melee on a boss that doesn't want you to use melee against it unless you dedicate 5 gem slots or dedicate a piece of your gear to windproof, which is why I have a windproof amulet. Because I was trying to do that, and I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm not going to waste a bunch of items for this windproof garbage for one fucking boss that I can already beat without a melee weapon. If I want to beat it with a melee weapon, yeah, sure, I can kill it in like under 20 minutes, no problem. I mean, hell, I did the Tempered Kushala, Nergigante, and all that thing the other day. But to be honest, the Kushala on that mission feels like it's a lot fucking weaker than the other ones. I don't know, maybe that's just me. There was a Kushala that I was trying to do in a tempered thing the other day. It took me, by myself anyways, took me 25 minutes to kill this one tempered Kushala with a melee weapon. I was trying to use the exhaust switch axe that I had made. And then I had tried using my poison Royal Rose. That worked okay, but I still ended up in the situation where, because it's a Royal Rose and it's not doing fuck all for damage, it's taken me forever to just whittle his HP bar down because I don't get to attack him still as much. And half of the time I'm relying on that charged attack landing so I can have a chance at mounting him to knock him on the ground, so I can just triangle combo mash into his face with the shield slam. I don't know, it's also that in this game there's a lot of emphasis on buffs and stuff like that, and if you aren't using a lot of the buffs, you're gonna take forever late game anyways. Because see, this is the weapon I was using, right here. Has no gem slots, no defensive bonus, and it's got pretty piss poor base damage. I mean, look, this Jagras Raider has the same base damage as it. Except this Jagras Raider has a arguably better file type. And the ability to awaken sleep damage, which allows for even further, like, destruction. I don't know, man. Like, some of these, like this, for example, is cool looking. I love all the Legia stuff. It's just shit, though. What's the main problem that you were having with Kushala or Teostra? Because, I mean, I can't really say much will help you with Kushala besides just using flash pods. That's really the only thing that helped me kill him more consistently with a melee weapon. However, honestly, the thing that I did to start farming him, because I needed to farm him for the Kushala gun lance that I made down here. And while doing that, I was using my Karma. And, I mean, you should probably get Karma before Karma eventually gets nerfed. Because it's probably going to get nerfed, it being the best light bow gun in the game. Just for comparison, it's got pretty decent good, It's got pretty decent base damage, but I think the better part about it is it has that base 30% affinity, so you literally only need level 2 maximum might and weakness exploit level 3 in order to crit every single hit with this thing. That's 100% crit chance if you hit a weak spot, only having like 3 pieces of gear on. So, like, those things can be very deadly. It's the same thing with the lances that are from that tree. Like this one right here, this also has 30% chance to crit. So it's why it doesn't have gem slots or anything. Because unlike this, which doesn't, like 300 blast is honestly garbage, because blast is just trash anyways. But that 30% crit chance, that shit makes it so deadly for making builds. Hold on, I need to check the battery on my laptop. One sec. It's what I use for chat. Here, let me unplug it. With Teostra, the thing I recommend, and I mean the same thing with Kushala, but Kushala is a lot harder to hit than Teostra is. With Teostra, again, bring flash pods, because if you see him do that thing where he flies into the air and does like the circular sphere charge attack that like explodes outwards and one-shots you, if it's doing that, then what you need to do is just quickly flash pot it in the face and it'll fall right to the ground. And that's probably the easiest way to deal with that boss. But again, Teostra, in my opinion, isn't as hard because you can get a lot more consistent hits in than you would Kushala. Honestly, having played the game for about a month now, I think it's exactly a month today, actually, I've since learned that Kushala is probably the toughest enemy in the game. I think some people would probably say Teostra, but honestly, Teostra is only hard for people who use low mobility weapons. Things like the lance, because you can't just dash away the blast blight. You have to put your lance away and then roll 3 times and then pull your lance back out. So that can get annoying, and I understand why they would say that. I don't know, it's all dependent on the boss. As much as I hate saying that the only thing to deal with them is flash pods in this game. There really is only flash pods in Elder Seal weapons. If you have an Elder Seal weapon that only has like an Elder Seal of low or average, try and get the Elder Seal boost gem or something like that if you don't have it already. That's another good one. Sorry, by the way, that I'm not playing. I went out to smoke a cigarette, if that wasn't obvious. I was just trying to answer your question while I was out here. If you can get a hold of it, I mean, it's pretty hard because you have to kill the Elder Dragons to do it first. Get a hold of the Damascus gear. The Damascus gear really helps kill those bosses. Because you don't need offense with those bosses, you need survivability. And Damascus will offer every element of survivability that you can get. From making your weapons charge faster, to giving you a defense boost, and not having any negative resistances and things that matter. Like fire, thunder, or dragon. Which are all three of those things are very important to not have negative resistance to. Ice and water, those don't really matter too much. Because those are going to get applied to you anyways. If you step in an ice pit, like, it just doesn't matter. But the fire, blast blight, and dragon damage, and thunder too, but that only matters if you're fighting Kieran or Toby. The Damascus, there's the Kaiser armor, but again, you have to kill Teostra a bunch to get the Kaiser armor, and then the Kaiser has a negative in every other thing that you don't want it to have negative in besides fire and dragon, I believe. If you use all Damascus, you'll have over 20 fire resistance, and if you max all the Damascus gear out and you have augmenting unlocked, you can get up to 400 plus defense easily. And that's just your base defense. Because trust me, you can tank a lot of hits in this game, especially if you choose to always go with defense up large as your canteen food. Or something that gives you like defense up medium and then something else, or defense up large or whatever. Any of those are good. Then you combine that with like a mega armor skin or something like that. And that's also another really good way to become more resistant to their attacks. But like I said, bowgun, man. It may make you slightly more weak to their melee attacks, but light bowgun makes you incredibly resistant to elemental attacks and makes you less likely to get set on, like, get the blight applied to you, if I remember correctly. That's what having high enough fire resistance will do. If you have enough fire resistance to the point where it shows up yellow on your status screen, it'll mean that sometimes when you would get set on fire, you don't, and you just resist it. Like that. You see how my fire resistance is yellow on my screen? Oh shit, sorry. I can show you the armor. I was just outside smoking a cigarette. I'm sorry again. Give me a quick second. Sorry, I was raging earlier about switch axes, so. Also, hello, person. Person with name that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. But yeah, this armor right here, the Damascus. Here's what my skills look, but of course this is because of half of my gems and the garbage shit that I have put in right now. But your main focus will be either Divine Blessing to keep yourself alive, or Health Boost to keep yourself alive. And because the Damascus armor also offers a lot of gem slots, you can have, like this, your Damascus coil just be dedicated exclusively to vitality gems, and then have these ones for other things that you want, and then of course have these other ones for whatever things you want to put in them as well. If you don't have it, I would highly recommend trying to get a protective polish gem / sharp jewel, whatever you want to call it. This is a very, very good skill to have on any weapon. But yeah, this is my current stuff, but you can obviously, if you just want to go full Damascus is still really, really good. See, in the bottom right hand corner, the only negative resistance you'll have with Damascus armor is fire resistance. Or, not fire, water. And you'll have a ton of fire resistance, is what I meant to say. And you can see my defense value is up in the 450. And I can put more defense gems in if I wanted to. I could swap out those, these gems right here. I could swap these out for additional defense if I wanted to. I could put more defense gems in to give me even more defense. But it's only going to give me 5 additional defense. It's only really good to get up to around 4, because 4 will give you the +5 resistances to everything. So if you are going to go defense, that would be the amount to hit. It's sort of like the same thing with attack. But I prefer to run the Kaiser. I run the Kaiser gauntlets, and then I run the eye patch. Just because I want that 50% increased affinity against the enemy's weak point. And then you can go with whatever type of necklace you want. I have so many different ones that I just change them out for whatever situation. Like this is one that I've started using more when I'm doing tempered stuff, because what will happen is so many people end up dying because they don't heal themselves up quite enough. And you can do this to make sure people stay up to what you call, or what you would think is their, like, max HP. Of course, you can't tell if someone's using vitality gems or not. The only way you can really tell is if how much health they are gaining from your mega potion when you have 100% in it. Hold on, let me go. Where are they? Let me throw a jumping jewel on this as well. There we go. Max roll distance. This is the, like, base stuff that I always like to roll with, if I can. These are, like, the main effects that I really like having. This is incredibly useful, because on greatsword and other weapons that have long charge times with animations, this thing speeds it up by 20%, which 20% may not seem like much, but if you have an attack that takes a second and a half to get off, 20% less is, like, so helpful in the middle of combat. You can get to tier 3 and charge tier 3 charge so much faster. You can also do things like, if you use the charge blade, you can charge the actual double slash faster, and you can do the condensed element slash where you buff your sword when you have your shield buffed faster. Any of those animations where your character has to take a charge time gets sped up. And then if you're using a weapon with a meter or a gauge, so in the case of, like, the long sword or the switch axe, any of those weapons, you also gain increased meter speed, so the meter goes up faster. Not the With the switch axe, it's not the meter when you're switched, it's the meter when you're in your axe form and your sword is recharging. It gives you back more for that. Although I personally despise the switch axe, even though I like it and hate it at the same time. Because I love the weapon aesthetically, I hate the weapon in gameplay. Gameplay with the switch axe is so annoying because everything in the game is way faster than you. Even the greatsword, like I was showing earlier. You can attack, you can do a draw strike, roll, and put your weapon away before the switch axe has done 2 attacks. Because of how much faster the greatsword's draw strike animation is. And the fact that the greatsword has really, really faster roll recovery, so you can roll out of almost any animation after only 5 or 6 seconds. Sorry. Alright. I should probably be using my Purgation's Atrocity. Wait, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck are people going? Is this guy gonna be here? Is he gonna be somewhere else? Like, what is he doing? Well, this quest has already failed because Dingbat didn't spawn in the zone where he is, so I'm like having to like lure him through the zone. People who don't fast travel fucking irk me. They really do. Like, it just, I'm not even gonna do it. It just bothers the fuck out of me. Fucking... I'll fight him myself then. Get him out of the tornado. And he's dead. Yeah. Can't be in the corner with the big boys when you're using a ranged weapon. Nice. The Zora Charge Blade is actually pretty good. It just doesn't have good sharpness, but sharpness doesn't affect the file explosion damage, so it just affects your ability to hit a lot of these bosses because they don't... You'll bounce if you don't have blue or higher sharpness for a lot of the monster parts late game. See what I mean, though? How he does, like, no fucking damage to me? Dang it! If I had only turned a little bit more to the right. I hate that attack. Dang it. Shit, I should have tackled. Oh. What the fuck? That stupid bow asshole is just sitting at the stupid camp. This is why I hate ranged users. Why would you do that? He's in the middle of the fucking tornado, idiot. I hate fucking people who just flash pod him for no fucking reason. Fucking moron. If I had fast traveled faster than I did, I would have been able to get him over here into the open area, but I didn't. So now he's going to be in this tiny little hallway and hit everyone over and over and over again, because people don't know about spacing. Dang it, I should have charged. Is that guy even doing charged dragon piercers? I don't think he is. You can't get away. Oh my god. Dang it, it's not here. Oh well. Sometimes there will be a prism hercudrome on that log that you saw me look at right there. The rainbow colored hercudrome. That was tough. Got me sweating. I wasn't gonna die or anything to him. I was more worried about him surviving and getting away. Because if he got away in that instance, we would have lost. We wouldn't have been able to get back up to him before he would have, or before the timer would have ran out. Because we only had like 5 minutes left or something.
Nothing will stop us.
I need to hunt one more Angina to get the limited bounties. I also love this thing because I have it augmented. I wasted a low-level augmentation to give it health regen on hit, which is really good. Jagras Hacker 3. Why? I can understand with the... Magda Flogga. This guy's internet sucks. It's not my internet. Yeah, I should have figured. Why you didn't show it to me, diggity dog? Diggity dig. Dig dig diggity. Azurathalos. Basil? Or, I mean, how's your raffle is going on? I guess I don't have any anymore. Oh, I don't have any room, that's why. Why isn't it letting me craft flash pods? Oh my god. Well, whatever. Press the wrong button. Why would you dung pod him? Oh. Oh, sniped. Get fucking sniped, mate. No, I couldn't get him that time. I couldn't put my weapon away fast enough. You just got fucking sniped. Got him. Got it. I like being able to heal other people. Like there was a guy in that fight I healed to full health like 3 times. I mean, I healed all of them with like little pips, but there was one guy I actually healed like half of his HP multiple times. The only reason I came back on an expedition, and this time I actually did it on purpose, was because I've been trying to check for tempered Nergigante tracks, but it's so hard to get them. No, his thorns never show up for me anymore. I don't know why. I'll go up and grab the tempered Kushala, even though I hate fighting it. Let me just defy physics there for a sec. Since I'm here, I'm gonna grab a few of the unique Elder's Recess items before I go back. Might as well. Smoke nut. Smoke. No, 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 nut, 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 no, no, nut. Smoke that. Smoke that, nut. I said, smoke that. Smoke that, nut. Smoke it now. I do. Why is that blocked off? Oh, this is someone else's Elder's Recess. I get it. So I can't even use the tunnels that I have unlocked in my game. That makes sense. Just like my guild card, all the emphasis is on weird, awkward positions.
How you faring?
Oh shit. Sorry, that's my fridge making that sound. God damn it. Oh my god, look at his armor. I'm way cooler looking. Haha. 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 I gave him cool drink. Oh shit. Slap me! Slap me up! I got your back, my dude. My dude. Woo. My woo. My wood. Woo. Smack. Smack that, give a whack. Have a patty, give it smack. My feet! They burn! Oh my god, I'm getting double bounced by these stupid gastrodons. Get the fuck out of here, gastrodons. I can't hit it anywhere without mind's eye. It's like, I don't think it matters if your attacks don't... If your attacks do water damage to this guy, because none of the water weapons that I've had so far or seen can have white sharpness anyways. So you'll never not bounce off of him or Uragon, which are the monsters that are weak to fucking water in the first place. I don't know, I need to go see something real quick. So if I do this... and then this... but then I lose my friendship charm. Yeah, no, I need 4 in handicraft to get white sharpness on that.
If in doubt, take a bite.
I need handicraft gems.
Side of the river.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow, I'm an idiot. I even avoided it too, and I still rolled back into it. See, without jumping gems, I wouldn't be able to do half of what I'm doing right now. I'd have to be constantly putting my weapon away very slowly. Right in the fucking mouth. That dude's obviously American. That's me giving Koreans or Japanese people that much benefit of the doubt. Even when I shouldn't. They're just as bad on average as players over here. That's why that guy got carted to the easiest boss in the game. my god, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh yeah, and what a surprise, they have their fucking mic chat turned off. This is why I never fucking summon people in the first place. You get kicked from my fucking game because you fucking suck. You're not fainting again. We both got baited. You asshole. I hate having to be that guy who kicks a person out, but literally he was the only person who fainted. Twice. Fainting once is okay. I understand you make a mistake sometimes, but making the same mistake the second time because you're too fucking retarded to learn how to play is not acceptable.
Where else can you find deals like these?
Oh yeah. Xenojiva doesn't give you investigations. That's right. Rock you like a hurricane. Alright, I'm gonna take a toke real quick and I'll do another Xenojiva. But this time I'm gonna do it solo and I'm only gonna do it Charge Blade. And I'm doing it solo. Well, actually, I'll put it on 2-player. I don't mind having one other person. I just want my cat. We had 2 cats buffing last time, and it was just disgusting. That dude was probably in the same party as the other guy who got kicked. And he was like, "What? That dude kicked me." It's like, dude, I just told you you shouldn't have been using the glaive. You got carted twice. But I was doing good damage. Doesn't matter, dude. You don't want to cart. No one wants you to cart. And he's like, ah. Nobody likes a carter, especially when you join a quest which isn't even that hard. In my opinion, anyways. I think the Xenojiva quest is redonkulously easy. Alright.
the transport at the hitching post there. Then you'll be able to reach the other side of the river.
I couldn't cancel it once I'd started it. Dang, I couldn't pick my weapon up fast enough. Yeah, I should have just did it solo. That was bad. Dang it, asshole. Dang it. That's what I didn't want to have happen. No, 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 Xeno. Xeno, I love you. Incoming! No? Moses. I swear, if he walked back into that, I would have instantly kicked him out. Dang it, I couldn't move fast enough. Oh my god. Got him. That's tough, man. Oh yeah, clean sweep. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm getting really hungry, and I sort of want to take a break so I don't get a headache. I might be back on later tonight, though. I don't know. We'll see. But until next time, everyone, peace out.